Good morning, everyone. It's Mary. It's time for the Monday Morning Leadership Bite. Hey, I want to talk to you about growing beyond your comfort zones. Last week, I was on vacation with three other women, girls trip, and it was a very diverse group of people in terms of experiences, in terms of travel, and the things and activities and interests that we have. But we wanted to do the trip together. We wanted it to be something that we could bond together. And therefore, two of the activities we decided on, one was night kayaking, and the other was snorkeling, actually taking a trip out to St. John and then snorkeling. And I got to tell you something. I have a fear of water. I have actually a fear of open water. I'm actually gotten better with the pool. If I can touch bottom, I'm actually pretty cool at. But if I can't touch bottom, I have a certain amount of anxiety around being in the water. And I've been working on it. And even though we were doing night kayaking and snorkeling, I said, you know what? I will at least attempt it. I will at least try. And I learned from it. I grew from it. Kayaking was okay. I think the kayak I was in was a little uncomfortable. Otherwise, I think I would have been okay with kayaking. The snorkeling I couldn't do. I couldn't get myself comfortable. I couldn't get my breathing correct. So I didn't end up doing it. But I did get out and try. I was in open water and I tried. But ultimately I couldn't do it. So I went back onto the boat. But at least I tried and I learned from that. You know, there's a quote from Van Gogh that says, "What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything?" And I think about that. If we didn't attempt to better ourselves, to go to college, to move for a new job, to take on a new skill set, to get married, to have kids, to lead a team, to do whatever those things are that you took a leap of faith and you said, you know what, I'm going to do this even though it's very scary, but if I don't, I'm going to be stuck. And when we move beyond our comfort zones, the possibilities are endless. Because even in failure, we learn something. We learn a little bit more about ourselves. We learn a little bit more about what we're doing. We have an experience that we can talk to others about. And yet so many people, so many leaders have those possibilities remain undiscovered because they're stuck in their comfort zones. They're stuck with what's familiar, what's safe, what's natural to them. But what if I told you you could achieve more in life? What if I told you you could have excitement and adventure and awesome opportunities? What would you say to me? Would you tell me about a fear that you have that will stop you? Will you tell me about a weakness that you have that will limit you? Will you tell me a lie that either you've told yourself or someone has told you that you've chosen to believe? And instead of saying, you know what, that is not true, or I don't know if it's true until I try. So as a leaders, we need to create an environment that allows for there to be growth and opportunity. So those are the three things I want to tell you about. One is to create that environment. You have the ability as a leader to set the tone for your team or your family or your community. Whoever you are leading, you have the ability to set that environment and encourage innovation and taking chances. And when you encourage it and you do it yourself, the people around you will start to do it. And they'll start to realize the possibilities themselves. And pretty soon we're all doing this. We're all expanding our comfort zone. Because every time we are in our comfort zone and we step outside of our comfort zone, it expands. And it continues to expand. And it continues to expand to the point where the possibilities are endless. Number two, I want you to make strong decisions. Strong, bold decisions. Stand by them. When you make strong, bold decisions, then you're going out on faith. You're saying, you know what? There's a possibility of failure, but I am going to make this decision and we're going to see what happens to it. Because we're not going to know unless we try. And we have to stand by them. We can't allow ourselves to be wavered or convinced otherwise once we've made that decision. And then number three, you're going to continue to acquire new skills and behaviors. You're going to continue to look for opportunities for you to learn more about situations. By going out and kayaking, going out and snorkeling, I learned something about myself. And I learned a little bit more about the whole process. So maybe the next time when I try again, I'll get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more comfortable. But I'm never going to get comfortable if I don't try. So I have to continue to find new skill sets and new behaviors in order for me to grow. So here's your challenge for this week. Your challenge is simply to take inventory of the things that are stopping you from going outside your comfort zone, from taking that step, and see if there's a way to eliminate them. What lie you're believing, what fear do you have, what weakness do you think you can have to overcome in order for you to make that change, in order for you to and actually discover more about yourself and discover yourself as a leader. So as always, I thank you for watching. Like the video. Please provide me with your comments. And as always, share the video. This may be a message that someone you know needs to hear. And the only way they're going to possibly hear it is if you share it. So as always, this is Mary, and it's been the Monday Morning Leadership Bites. Have a great week.